Hi y'all. I know it's so dark in here. I know. I know. But it is what it is, okay? So, I still have all these. Now, somebody asked me one time, and I can't remember who you were, and my deepest apologies, but they were like, why is that blocked? Why do you have all of this blocked where the sun doesn't come in? One, it insulates, helps insulate, because I've got behind these curtains are several layers of cardboard, so I'm trying to help insulate it. Number two is I hate the sun coming in. I cannot stand the sun coming in. Now, I did open the kitchen one. Remember, I made the curtains? You ain't gonna see that. The kitchen one, so I can slide it back and forth because it's one of these doubled over, so it's really dark. And the only true light that's coming in is in front of me. I got a curtain that's kind of half does this, where there's a little piece that comes in just for lighting. So most of the time it's really dark in here, no matter what I do for lighting. So anyway, and y'all, I've got this really gnarly thing happening to my eye. Do y'all see that right there? I'm trying to decide if I'm going to try to take it out myself. Eyes are a little dangerous to be messing near, but I feel like it's maybe a whitehead. I don't know. I don't know if I want to try to scalpel that or not. But anyway, it's raining. It's cold in Texas. I am over this cold. I am over it being cold, and I am just done. I am done. Next, we'll be bitching it's hot. Excuse me. So, I've got to do the rest of this donkey thing, and half of him it'll look like this down here, and then I'll be on the last piece of the thing, and I'll be able to go across. This will be it right here. So, and this is just painter's tape to keep it on the frame. I use painter tape, and that's what's recommended is painter's tape, because it doesn't like full on stick like duct tape or packing tape or scotch tape or something like that. It comes off fairly easy. Somebody else asked, what am I using to do this giant project on? This right here is a scroll frame or scroll frame rod. Just depends on who you're asking. This one sadly does not have the holes drilled here, so I can put it on a table frame where I don't have to hold it, and I have both hands free. This one is the bigger one. It's at 24 inches. And when you go up, you just loosen these knobs and then turn this wheel, and it'll bring you up to fresh fabric. This is the bigger size, the 24 inch. And I want to say that I want to recommend you saving your money up for a decent one. This one cost a little bit more than I wanted to spend many months ago or more. But it's a very decent frame. I really like this one. And because I had an Edmunds, and it was just junk. It was just pure junk. And I bought it because it was cheap. You get what you pay for, really. And this stuff, you get what you pay for. Now this, I don't remember where it came from. And part of this is Frankenstein parts. Because I don't think this actual rods came with this piece. I've got different scroll rods and frames, and I just Frankenstein them together because they can pretty much do that. I would like to buy the ones that have the holes on the end so I can set it on the frame on the table. That would be really nice. I personally do not use hoops if I can avoid it, just because it does leave the marks. It does really press on your stitching, and just, it's a mess. I have plenty of Q-snaps, and Q-snaps are alright if it's smaller stuff or something, that's minor. Then Q-snaps is the way to go on that. But if it's something bigger like this, that one is, I think, 22 inches wide by almost 6 feet tall. You couldn't put that in a Q-snap. That would just be ridiculous. So what I do is put it on that. If it is a very long piece or a very big piece, then I'll try to put it on the scroll frame. That way I can just roll it up and it'd be nice and clean. But if it's a smaller piece, it's just like, something smaller that don't have that crazy amount of fabric, then I'll put it on a Q-snap and do it that way. But as for embroidery hoops, I'm not a huge fan. Let's just put it that way. I'm not a huge fan. Now, if it is a little piece, like just a little something that you need to get done, then yeah, I would put on an embroidery hoop. I would, because you're not endangering your stitches. And if it does leave, when it does leave the outer ring mark, you can more than likely iron that out or just cut it off, depending on how small of a piece is. Say you're doing like a piece like this, and you get an embroidery hoop that's the bigger one, it's a win-win. So you just got to decide and pick your battles of, okay, I'm going to do it this size. Now, what's the best way to do it? I think if you're going any bigger, then, where you have that massive amount of fabric or a pretty good chunk of fabric, I would go scroll frame. I love my scroll frame really much. I like that. I find it's a good choice. This is just my personal opinion, folks. Personal opinion. We all have our differences. This is just what I found works for me. I'm in no mean by an expert. I'm not an expert. I don't have a clue what I'm doing. But I'm just saying what works for me. Because some people have brought that up, and I wanted to talk about it real quick. And it's the same thing with the Q-snap. You can, when you go to that small piece and Q-snap it up. Because since I have multiple sizes of Q-snaps, I can Frankenstein that together too. Most Q-snaps are square. I can make mine into a narrow rectangle, or I can make it the size of a pizza box. Q-snap is very interchangeable as long as you have, there's a little piece in there that is it male or female? Anyway, it helps you connect the other pieces. And so as long as you have those, you're pretty well set. But anyway, the only suggestion I can give you is on the embroidery hoops. Maybe try pieces of flannel where if it's going to have to be on your stitches, try a piece of flannel right there. Because that's what I do with Q-snaps. If my Q-snap is going to hit some of my stitches, I'll put a piece of flannel in there. Just to try to protect it a little bit. But anyway, I hope that answers some of your questions. Other than that, that's all I've got for today. I'm going to have to link it. I tried to have it posted in my struggle bus, but with the time difference, I don't think she's awake right now because she's in Australia. But Krylopix, y'all know I have talked about her. Y'all, she just nailed it out of the flipping ballpark. She did a beaded cross stitch, and it is flipping gorgeous. I'm almost speechless. It is just amazing. I was like, holy shit. I will put the link below. If you're on my struggle bus and you haven't seen her picture of it, just hang out just a little bit longer on that, because like I said, with the time difference, I don't know if she's awake or not. So if you're watching this video and you still haven't seen the picture put up, then go to her link down below and watch it, because I'm telling you what, I wish I had half the skills that woman does. She is an amazing person with just so much talent, and her balls are huge to be able to try and do half the shit she does because it's just amazing. My hat is off to her big time. So anyway, look for the description below and get that link and go watch it, please. Because I'm telling you what, yes, it's amazing. All right, guys. Bye, y'all.